Hello, hello. I always was late for my own birthday stream because Kitty wanted stuff, and then I was like, okay, I'll go quickly do the stuff, and then the stuff took a little longer. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Sil. Happy birthday. Hey, it's birthday stream. Happy belated birthday. Thank you, Astral. Thank you, Flag on these. You got a little hat. Yeah, I got a little hat. My smart ass decided that I wanted it to be rainbow. I use green screening. Yeah, I didn't think that through. I tried the setting with transparency, but it creates this white rim that is kind of like speckled around the PNG, and I really don't like the way it looks. So just ignore the fact that the green is slightly transparent. I also need to grab some music because I thought I'll have some time in those 5 minutes countdown to grab it, and then I didn't. So dish, not that loud. Now that should double check. Okay, yeah. There we go. Now I poop that over there. This might be a smidge loud. No, dat is a smidge too soft. There we go. I'll do my best. Oh, now that you mentioned that will bother me the entire... Oh, gosh dang it. I'm sorry. Maybe I should have not mentioned it, but I was like, either I mention it or other people are gonna mention it, so I might as well acknowledge it. And I also haven't had my time to set my drawing tablet up, because again, Kitty was like, you know, there's 5 minutes before the countdown? Yeah. I actually had a dream about it. I dreamt that I was late for my own stream. And then I was not as late as in my dream. In my dream, I just missed like my own birthday stream somehow. Hey, gamer girl, thank you. I stayed up since last night just to watch the special stream. Oh, Sil, but aren't you then very sleepy? Like I'm happy to have you, but I also want you to take care of yourself. Is that mic position? No, that's a little too far away. My apologies, as I am not a professional. I'm just fumbling about trying to get everything into position. Oh dear. But I am here, and you guys are here, and we got music, and we got art, and I got a smudge on my glasses. I'll read the rest of chat in a bit. This smudge is gonna annoy the heck out of me. And I hope that I can just get it off with a little cloth instead of having to go wash it, because then I'd have to go to the bathroom. Is that a smudge or is that a hair in front of my face? The bane of having glasses. Smudges. Aside from the fact that your vision is just, at least in my case, pretty flipping bad without them. Gonna just throw that thing away. Okay. I think I already said thank you to Gamer Girl. Also, hi Eyes, thank you. Life imitates dream life. It seems so. I love the birthday ad. Thank you. Extremely, but I haven't been sleeping well anyway, so here we are, but it's fine. Just gonna exhaust myself until pass out later tonight, hopefully. Ooh, welcome to the stream, Samuel. Surprisingly, I was awake for the beginning of one of these streams, and it's the birthday one. Happy birthday! Gonna have to sleep through since it's 2:30 a.m. and parents are dragging us to party tomorrow, or today to be technical. Have a good stream, gamers. Good night. Oh, thank you for saying hi. And yes, go get that sleep. You're gonna need it if you're gonna be dragged around by your parents somewhere. You need all the rest you can get for that. I appreciate you checking in, saying hi, and good luck tomorrow, or technically today, with that. My vision is fine at like a few decimeters away, which is due to my lifestyle actually mean that I didn't even realize I was nearsighted until much later. Even when I did get myself outside, I was like, huh, everything's all blurry. I guess I'm not used to the sunlight. Oh no. Mm. I honestly think my parents should have noticed way sooner because I kept sitting closer and closer to the TV and they kept saying, like, don't sit so close to the TV, it's bad for your eyes. But the reason I sat so close was because otherwise I couldn't see it from the couch. We had a pretty, like, decently sized living room. And even though the TV screen was big, it was just far enough away for things to get blurry for me. Um, Also, eventually the reason they like went to check my vision was because I was like, yeah, I'm really nervous when cycling to school. That's a very normal thing in the Netherlands. Because I said something about I can't see the cars well because the lights glinted so much. Because if you have very blurry vision, then lights start glinting a lot, at least in my case. So I couldn't really see the cars in time. I could only see, like, the light was blinding to me. Same with street lights. So they're like, okay, let's get that checked out. Turns out my eyes were pretty bad. Like, you should have probably noticed that, but I don't know how I managed to keeping up in class. I guess I was lucky that we didn't have a lot of things written on the board, or if it was written, it was big. Because, man, I remember I put on glasses and the first thing I said, I can see the leaves on the other side of the street. I was so amazed. It wasn't one big blob of like green blur. Swings point and you are getting sleepy. Dave's eyelids over never. That's probably what made me realize it. I started watching stuff on TV instead of my computer and I just could not read subtitles anymore. And then you put glasses on for the first time and life upgrades to HD. You're like, oh shoot. It's just you don't realize because it's so gradual. But yeah. My eyes are like -3 something. Hey Ness, happy belated birthday, thank you. Let's try to get this drawing thing underway. Can you tell I'm nervous yet? I'm very nervous. I'm not used to drawing in front of people. I need to make sure I sit right. That's also important. How are you doing today? I almost got a little late to my own birthday stream because Kitty wanted something last moment. I had a dream about it. Well, I missed more in my dream, but still. You got this, thank you. All this good practice then, you'll be fine. Like, it's hard, okay, drawing whilst people are watching. It really is. I made a little doodle sketch last night, so I don't have a completely empty thing staring in my face. I was thinking we'll just start with the people that I am going to collab with, so that would be Vizzy. Let me remove Alicia for now. Vizzy, Bart, and Shady. Because they all have big references, let's go one at a time. So let's go. Honestly, let's go do Vizzy first. So Shady, you move for a moment. Let's move over there. Of course, I should draw me first. We're gonna just try and keep them simple doodles for the sake of my sanity, because I'm drawing people imposing without references for those poses, so wish me luck. You've drawn in front of me before, you will be fine. Man, Shady has a very realistic avatar. I know, right? Most realistic VTuber ever. And it's different in front of people live. And also, I still was nervous. I'm better at digital art than traditional art, at least, so that's nice. I kind of suck at doing it with a pen. This. I guess we'll do a bit of a lean like this. I don't want to get too caught up in the details if I want to draw like 20 people. Hello, Lun. Hello, Kaino. Oh dear. Or I could start with everyone's sketch and then work it out later. As if I don't even, but I stopped believing that halfway it coming out of my mouth. 20 people? Yeah, I got a bunch of people here. Maybe not 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, not 20. 12. But there is a potential of more people joining because I sure as heck didn't catch all the streamer friendos that I know with my tweet, but I was also like, you know what? Who knows if I'm even going to get all the people that I got now, so anyone who comes in that I know as a streamer, if they got a reference for me, I might add, depending on how many people I already have. And otherwise, I might add people from Lunar Lounge if they got like a avatar. Let's zoom out a bit, not get too lost into the details at the start. That is not a smart idea. This already looks wonky to me, but if I start taking the time to look up preferences for every single pose, I'm not going to get anywhere. So it's gonna be wonky, and I'm gonna just have to accept that. It's just gonna be doodles, Luna. It's just gonna be wonky ass doodles. That's fine. Yeah. When in doubt, go with your gut. My gut has, I don't know. I don't know if my gut is the most reliable thing for me to follow. It tends to over exaggerate sometimes. Like, yeah, are you sure we're not in danger? And then I have to rationally explain, like, yeah, no, I think we're good. Let's give myself a hat. It is my birthday drawing after all. That is way too high. Eyes need to be about there, I think. Eyebrows, eyes, nose, mouth. Yeah, about like that. Guess we're just gonna roughly doodle everyone in. And then we'll see how much time we have left to unrough it. Because believe me, it's not actually going to get better if I try to clean it up without references. I can't just... Who might think I can just draw people from the top of my head? We got maybe a little too much lean. Oop. Yeah, no, sure. I never understood or had one of these hats. Neither do I, but I like how they look visually. I think they're cute. Yeah, I never had party hats like that. Um, yeah, we're just gonna draw everyone on their own sketch layer so I can easily keep them apart because I probably might want to move people around. So Vizzy would definitely be a little taller than I am. Assuming that will be on the same kind of... I mean, let's not think too much about depth. Just said I was gonna keep this simple. What? I mean, we don't have anything to lean him against. We can't do a leaning pose. Say, he's about here. Everyone is gonna be a little small. I'm actually kind of tall. I might... I don't know if I'm the same. Vizzy is pretty tall. Like, he's a little taller than I am. But I might actually be taller than a bunch of the people destroyed. In actuality. Okay, so... Captain here, there's no one origin of pointed birthday hats. In fact, this distinctive headgear has been around at the very least since 2800 BC, when ancient Egyptian pharaohs donned it. It's unknown if pointed hats were adopted from Egypt, or if they simply began systematically appearing around the world. Whatever the case, it is safe to say that not only are cylindrical birthday hats fun and cheap to make, they continue the proud tradition of many different cultures. I haven't heard the captain meme in many years. I haven't heard the captain meme before this, but I like it. Um, I probably want to draw him with Ebru and Alyssa close by. Or should they be? Should I make them hold hands? That would be kind of cute. Or maybe I should have him. Oh, maybe I should have him have his arm around her shoulder. That would be cute, wouldn't it? That would be very cute. So I'm gonna start with sticky. Wait, what way? No, that doesn't seem quite right. Okay, what if I just draw them both at once so I can think more about the arm? So her head would be lower. I should grab her reference actually if I do this. Okay, so what if everyone kind of looks to the middle? think that might be nice. It's kind of pointy face. Dang, ancient Egyptians started with a lot of trends till now, huh? Yeah, still you didn't even know that. Then you lived there. Luna's trick of the day for extremely simplifying everything. Feet are just triangles. Just triangle them. Is it exact? No. But it's close enough. Another tip of the day. Hands. Also triangle. Honestly, all the Egyptians don't know much about what the ancients started. I mean, that's fair. I don't know much about like, I don't know about what like Dutch people were up to that many years ago. I mean, then again, there weren't people living here at the time of the Egyptians, I'm pretty sure. Especially not here. Like half of the Netherlands was just underwater. We decided to spite Poseidon. Like, no, this is ours now. Hell, too many have never visited the pyramids. Again, I haven't visited that many like sightseeing stuff. I haven't visited tulips. I do kind of want to do that though. I kind of want to go to the tulip fields, but I haven't done that. Birthday hats, cat worship, geometry. What did the ancient Egyptians didn't do? Steam engines. Also horses. I don't know if they had horses. Astronomy too, I think. Yeah, though. I mean, yeah, astronomy, I believe, came from. I know it was somewhere in the Middle East that, at least when like astronomy got really, really big and complex, and they were figuring out a lot of stuff. But I forgot the name. But yeah, they definitely figured some stuff out about astronomy. They had camels, which is basically a desert horse. Uh, did they though? I mean, maybe. We are kind of assuming, but camels, I believe, weren't. From what I recall, camels came kind of late. Yeah, many Muslim physicists and astronomers started everything. There was this one, I forgot. I don't think it was Alexandria. I know the Great Library of Alexandria, but there was this place where just a lot of different uh, religion groups came together, and it was just basically the place for scholars. So uh, Muslims, Christians, and I believe at that time was still like some Greek and Roman stuff too. It's just there. You want smart people? That's the place to be. Yeah, he's a pointy and she's slight pointy with roundness. So but I'm not that knowledgeable in history, so don't take my word for it. I really liked history in school, at least for a couple years when I had this certain history teacher. And then when I got another one, I realized, oh, it's not history that I really love, though I still find it very interesting. It was that teacher that made it that amazing. Because I actually got good grades in it too, but it was just the way he explained worked so great for me. I remembered everything. At least for that time, I couldn't tell you everything now. It's been too long. Uh, Move that forward a bit. Also make sure to occasionally flip. Arms, elbow would be somewhere there. I think I might need to smoosh them a little closer for that to make sense, otherwise he'd have a really long arm. So smoosh. There. Also, fun fact, the ancient Egyptians had the first forms of antibacterial treatments. I believe it was Baghdad. I think it might have been Baghdad. Dubbing moldy bread on open wounds. The old smarts, scattering incredible, another form of penicillin. By the way, I just noticed Egypt was mentioned a lot in the holy books. It's almost exactly a side in the world if you spread the world map. I mean, it depends on where you go from. Like it, I mean, it was certainly in the middle if you like go off the European world map. Mm, but if you're going off like Japan or other like China, like other Asian like countries, if you would center the world map on them, then it wouldn't really make sense. Or if you'd center the world map on like Americas, um, the Aztecs are also quite advanced. So yeah, for in terms of the European continent and like the civilizations that rose up around them, just a lot of trade happened through the Mediterranean Sea because once shipfaring was figured out, that was such like way quicker mode of transportation than anything else. So it honestly, it was absolutely great for trade to bloom, and with trade also comes exchange of cultures and information. So, yeah. And then Egypt just lied in really advantageous position, um, like access to the sea, to the water, like just around it, the river, just the Nile and such. It's just a really good position to be in, and it was also uh, pretty close to the Silk Roads. I don't think the Silk Roads went through Egypt, but it was close enough. So they were also in contact with Asia and India. So yeah, so lots of stuff happened. And I believe there were also nearby, because it started all with the Copper Age before the Bronze Age. I believe there wasn't copper directly in Egypt, but I believe there were some islands that was nearby that they had a lot of it. And then after that, bronze was easier to switch over to. I don't know the exacts. Anyone who knows history very well will probably be cringing painfully at this, but it was well located. It's no wonder a civilization sprung up there. That doesn't seem right. Mm, history is interesting. What I find the funniest is when you find things in history where you're like, man, humans didn't change that much. Just when they make stupid jokes, we make too. You know, when there's this old black and white photo I saw once where, oh, my kitty wants in my room. what, one moment. Oh, also, you guys need an ad, so I guess I'll run an ad whilst I look at what Kitty wants. One. I'm back. Couple minutes of ads for the people having to deal with ads, so I'm gonna read that when the ads are over. Happy birthday! Thank you, Midnight Crystal, and that's the ads over for everyone, so I'm gonna read the chat. They found an old graffiti wall from Roman times with text on it. It was basically Twitter. Oh yeah, I read about that. It was fun. Yeah, people are people. I like reading about people being kind of the same 1,000 years ago or many years ago as now. Like the same kind of stupid humor. I don't know if I finished my sentence before I left. Basically, they found this old black and white photo, and that isn't too long ago, of course, photos, but where basically someone had jumped into a trash can and they took a photo of it, and it's like, okay, several generations ago, they already made the joke, and I'm trash. We're not that different. I like that. I think it's cute. I think it's cute when humans are just being humans in a dorky way. It's like, okay, we're all dorks. We've always have been, and we probably always will be. I find it a very comforting thought that, I don't know, humans being silly in adorable ways. I like it. Life is a circle of us all making bad jokes. I mean, every culture I think has puns and word jokes. I bet there were these most just eye-rolling puns that they had in old times too, where it was just like, which probably wouldn't never have gotten written down, but everyone knew. Like the hi person, I'm dad. Like when someone says I'm back, like hi back, I'm dad. Like that one. Like one of those classics. It never gets written down, but I'm sure they had it. When human is human, it really is. Still a human. There were also so many old photos showing their obsession with cats, like ancient memes basically. Yeah. Like I'm sure. Mm. The word meme was coined in 1970s and comes from the ancient Greek word for mime, which means to imitate. Yeah, but the original meaning of meme was more meant to refer to things like shared knowledge. Like, okay, everyone washes their hands after going to the bathroom, or they should. Oh, nearly choked on my water. But like, memes were originally meant to describe certain actions in groups that weren't exactly cultural, but just general small bits of knowledge, like that you should wash your hands during these and these things, or how to store your potatoes, or I don't know. Except Asmongold, his hands are clean. I know Asmongold is a streamer, but I don't know the rest of that joke. And I certainly wash my hands after. I've washed. I finally stopped getting flack for taking forever to wash my hands when the pandemic started. It's like, oh yeah, nobody complaining about how long it takes for me to wash my hands anymore. Finally. How did you know that? You are so wise. That what the original thing of memes are? Is it in regards to the Asmongold joke? I Google. Yeah, we all have Google on our fingertips and still memes, yes. I don't know how I learned that original fact. I have a lot of facts that I learned at some point, and I don't know exactly where they're from. Which also means in some cases I'm wrong because the information is outdated. Though in this case, something being coined at some point that, unless they prove that wasn't the first instance of the word meme, I'm pretty sure that information stays unchanged, luckily. Random facts with Luna. Asmongold doesn't wash his hands when he goes to the toilet and his chat ridicules word. As they should. Oh, I hope he doesn't also eat at his computer. Oh, I don't want to imagine the kind of stuff that'll be growing on his keyboard. Like your own personal petri dish at the letter B. Ugh. Yuck. I bet you're amazing at trivia. I actually suck at those. Because they never ask about the things I know about. They ask about like exact dates in history. I don't know exact dates in history. That's why I hate trivia games, much too broad. She's amazing about riddles. Uh, I'm decent at them. I prefer quizzes about specific topics. And even then, I'm like I know a little like weird facts about everything, but nothing specific. So even if you give me a specific like quiz, I'll still suck at it because I don't have specific knowledge about that aspect. But my knowledge is also like not broad enough for actual good trivia quizzes. I know some facts here and there, but not enough to actually come in handy. I don't think I've ever had one of these facts be useful to me. I'm trying to think now if I do, but I can't recall a time. Their feet are overlapping, which is gonna be a little annoying to work out. Sure as heck it's gonna be annoying to clean this up because it's all rough sketches. As long as I get them mainly recognizable, because I don't know if I'm ever gonna work this out completely, because man am I slow at drawing this. I need to put Alicia somewhere here too. I guess his leggy will just be behind here somewhere. Right? I think I'll actually have him there. I think that's cute. That's pretty. It's pretty cute. They're a cute couple. Right. Give an indication of his clothes. He has these bands. Being a bartender with long hair like that must actually be quite annoying. Like, I'm sure it'll get in the way, wouldn't it? What is that no one wants but no one wants to lose? What is it that no one wants but no one wants to lose? Let me think on that for a moment. Hmm. Oh, that reminds me of this other riddle. I think it's the same answer, but I forgot it exactly. No. It's not nothing. Because nobody would mind losing nothing. Hmm. Hmm. Health, but no, there's enough people that want that. Seems like I should know the answer to this, but I'm drawing a blank at the moment. Maybe I'm just doing too many things at once. But if I draw a little, maybe it'll come to me. Sometimes with those things, it's like suddenly the brain will be like, I know, and like, oh, okay. Though if other people in chat want to guess, I mean, feel free. That'll look good. And we'll put the crown right here. I like those kind of riddles though, because you have to think about something that either has two meanings, something that when you don't want to get it usually, but if losing it means something else, or something that is more abstract, like the word nothing in those kind of things. I think the riddle was what does every poor person, every homeless person have, what kills you if you eat it, and then there was a third. Um, what does every poor person have? What kills you if you eat it, and then something with rich people. Something like, I think I heard it in Dutch, that's why I'm having such a hard time translating it. But what does every rich person not have? Or what does every rich person need, every poor person have, and kills you if you eat it? That was it. I think the riddles to the Starking sandwich is revealed. Okay, yeah, go for it. I'm curious. What was it? I'll be like, oh, gosh dang it, of course. I like riddles. They're neat. A lawsuit. Ah, of course. Yeah. See, it falls in the category of you don't want to have it, but it means something else to lose it. Or yeah, I was thinking in the lines of a bet, but no, people are fine with betting things. Don't zoom in too much. Mm. Maybe I should move the references closer over there so I have an easier time. Like looking at them in between. Me. Move that over there for a second. There, so I can actually see them whilst working. Should also have necklace. The mage looks kind of fire. Well, she is a fire mage, so check it out. Hmm. Okay, they're definitely less simplified than I am. I made my very simplified thing, and I was drawing. I made them like a lot smaller heads compared to their bodies. So either I adjust them or I adjust me. Like, yeah, I'll go simplify stylize, and I was like, whoop, shrunk the heads. Hmm. One nice thing about the rough sketch, although keep this on a separate layer for a second. As roughly adjusting it is also still viable. We're definitely not going to have this done before the end of, like, before lunchtime at this rate. This looks slightly more coherent. Let's first try getting the other people. So bars and shady. Maybe I should get the full body from Bard actually. That might be smart. I'll just shrink this one directly and assume that I don't need a big high detail one. There you go. Hmm. Hmm. Oh no. Do you want that? I want to try and get some people a little closer by. I definitely probably want to adjust me a little, so I'm slightly more the style that everyone else seeming to turn out to be in. If I get around to that, that is. Hmm. Hey Rigel, zei dit in Dutch. Ik ben de schattigste blauwe verjaardagsmaan. Doesn't make as much sense in Dutch as it does in English. Good morning, Rigel. Good to see you. What to do with his hand? I want him slightly, like not standoffish, but a little more, I don't know. I want some variety in the group. So I want someone, for one, I want someone close by, but I don't think anyone would really be holding on to me. I don't have that kind of, like, I'm not a very touchy-feely kind of person, so I don't think I'd have anyone with their arm around my shoulders. But I do want people slightly standing close by, otherwise it'd be so lonely. So, and I still can do a nice swoopy swoop to break up some more empty space. But I don't want him to look like, I don't know, bad boy in a boy band that stands back towards everyone too much. Draw yourself on the opposite end of the drawing, standing all by yourself. This is about Rainy's personal space. Yes, I'll just go like, I'm here and you guys stay over there. I'm super closey, touchy, huggy, woogie kinda. If people are okay with it, of course. I'd also be way too insecure to go up to people randomly. Yeah, no, I mean, I sure as heck would be. No, I noticed over the years that actually I'm kind of fine not being touched as much. If I can make the choice, I'm like, actually, I'm good. It's kind of just expected of me to, I don't know. I hate people touching me, but I'm very touchy myself. I think it matters a lot if you're the one initiating. Like a lot, a lot. Which makes sense, you know? That's a lot like my cat Joey. I mean, that's a lot like most cats. If someone says, like, I mean, I get if you don't like cats, everyone has a preference of heck, some people find cats scary. I even get that. If you have a bad cat experience, cats can be mean. They can be really mean. So if you as a kid like had to deal with a cat that was just mean, I get you'd be scared of cats. Because usually the only like mean dogs that are allowed to be kind of mean are tiny small dogs. Because if a big dog starts acting up, people are generally will not allow that. Still think small dogs should be disciplined just as much, but when cats, people will just shrug and say, "Well, it's a cat," but which I mean is fair enough because it's a cat. You're not going to be able to correct most or train most cats. They're just that ain't happening. Um, yeah, if you get a bad experience with a cat as a kid, I get you'd be really flipping anxious about them because they're if they want to hurt you, they could. And cats go for the face. Like if they really really want to do mean things, like you have the ankle biters, which are mean, but this generally just playful or like territorial. But if they're like, I want to hurt you, they can jump and they can jump on your face and scratch it. And if that happened to you as a kid, I get you'd be terrified of cats. But if someone says they hate cats, then I'm like a little like I need a story behind there. Like if because if they say cats they hate them because they're assholes, I'm like, yeah, but cats are usually only mean if you get in their personal space and don't respect it. I think it's I mean, it's all in lies in the context. But it's also if someone says they really hate cats and they don't have a good explanation for it, then it's something to be alert of because the main reason cats would not tolerate you is if you disregard their personal space wishes. Like dogs in that regard are easier. Most dogs are just inherently are like yes people. Like not all dogs, of course. I mean, heck, some cats are also very fond of people. It's animals still have their own unique personalities and things, but in general, dogs are a little more just happy to be petted by whatever random person is wants to give them belly pets. Like they're cool. Heck, they're chill even if you don't quite know how to pet them, as long as you're like careful about it. Like I, as a cat owner, don't really know how to pet a dog. I sometimes in the past I got these looks from dogs like, you don't know what you're doing, do you? Because I'm very used to gentle petting, whilst dogs want usually slightly firmer touch. Joey comes up and will pat herself against you to show how it's done. If you don't obey, she walks away. My cat's really playful and Joey can be snippy, but once she actually meant harm and she was so fast that will you blend my arm? I wasn't even able to register what happened and she just ran away. Ooh. Ouch. Yeah. It's sometimes it's hard to tell because a cat will give out signals they're not happy, but if you're not very familiar with that, they might, at least to you, suddenly lash out. Cats are a little, I don't know, they tend to just swoosh their tail for a while to show they're annoyed. Are you a dog person or cat person or a dog and cat person? Personally, I mean, technically Q&A is later, but questions now, fine. I'm not gonna remember that. I'm mainly a cat person, not because I don't like dogs. They're great. I've never had a dog, and my experience with dogs is very limited. I don't think I could handle one. Um, yeah, I find it very difficult to. Maybe they just weren't trained well, but I find it very difficult to control a dog. Cats I find easier. I mean, you don't need to try and control them. That's not gonna happen anyways. Um, yeah, I tend to get along with most cats well. Like the trick with cats is you have to let them come to you. So I used to, whenever I still like regular went out and I was just walking on the street and I'd spot a cat, I I'd beckon it over to for pets, and some cats would just ignore me and continue walking, and a decent amount would come by and get some pets. I was, but I caught her doing a real bad while she was pissed already, and I accidentally grabbed her wrong and she panicked. The chain of unlock. Oh yeah, that happens. But both of my cats love me and sometimes they show it and I then forgive them everything. Yeah, I had a once my first cat started getting older, she would accidentally scratch us because we'd have to pick her up sometimes. Um, but she'd be more nervous about it, so she'd have her nails out, so she'd accidentally like scratch us open even when she didn't mean to, just because she was so tense. Um, we try, of course, to limit how many times we pick her up, but sometimes we had to, especially because she was old and she couldn't. Uh, Eventually, she couldn't get up and down the stairs anymore. Well, and we just carry her, but you'd have to be very careful setting her down because I don't know. She just got more scared and tense, and eventually we also figured that she might be slightly in pain because she was very stiff. She had trouble walking. Well, and once that came around, it didn't take long for her to pass away. Um, but she was still very happy. Like if a cat is in pain, like or if an animal is in pain, of course, eventually you just have to be kind to it and put it down because you don't want to live it like let it live also its suffering. But in her case, he was still so happy. So we were like, we're gonna just wait till she is like done with it. And the day we like or evening we decided, okay, no, this isn't like going well anymore. At that point, she had really lost a lot of mobility and she had trouble like going to the toilet by herself and she had trouble eating. It's like, okay, I she's done. She's clearly not happy anymore, and I think it's time to call the day. And then the next day when we woke up, she passed away by herself. So yeah, it was sad, but it was also a good time. Like it's much preferable that way because the stress of having to take her to the vet would have been really sad. Like she wouldn't have liked that. I think that is the end of the video. Yes. I could repeat it, or we got this one. That'll work. And now we have our current cat. That's strangely thoughtful in a way. Yeah, it's... I don't know. I spare you the stress of putting me down. Yeah, and I like the fact that in a way she chose when it was time. Because that last evening we put her on a like a slightly warm blanket somewhere, and we put a box nearby that we'd half cut open and put litter in, because that way she wouldn't have to hop over the edge or anything. She could just walk in, do her thing, and walk out. But we found her in the exact same spot we let her sleep in, like curled up and just warm and cozy. So, and she was also very calm that evening. So I think she knew. Um, she just gave us time to say goodbye that evening. Still sad, but you know, I think it was probably the best way we could have hoped for her to leave us. I know there are sometimes I believe you can ask the vet to come over instead to like put your animal down at home. At least I've heard of that being something that's sometimes done. I'm not sure if we could have gotten that, but that is something I would definitely consider for this cat, if that, like, if it ever comes to that, because she really, really hates being put in the carrier and going to the vet, like even more than our last cat. Like no animal likes it, but she is terrified, the poor thing. She definitely had some traumatic experience at the vet in her past, which caused her to run away, actually. She was a runaway, we found. And apparently she'd been gone from her original family for like 3 or 4 years. And when we found her, finally, like, got enough of her trust. Oh, wait, no, this is older. Yeah, this is Nikki. Got enough of her trust, where she'd stay inside, and eventually we'd, of course, take her to the vet, to see if she was microchipped, which she was. So the original family got contacted, and they were on vacation, and you're like, yeah, no, she walked, like, she ran away a couple years ago when we were gone for a bit, and we had a pet sitter, and she left. She actually had run away one time before, but they had found her again. But yeah, she'd been gone for a while, and she'd just been living on the streets for all that time. She had 92 core memories with me. Yeah. Will came over here once. Nikki was very helpful to show us how to hunt mice and how to kill them. Crunch. Thanks, Nikki. The sound of a mouse's head being ripped off and the side her reacting to me, forgetting how much she hates plastic bags. Yeah, Nikki is very, very afraid of the sound of rustling plastic. Poor thing. I didn't know cats could wind their eyes like that. Yeah. She's a lot less scared nowadays. I mean, a couple years has passed since then, but she's still scared easily. I don't think she'll ever completely lose that alert. No, she is currently sleeping on my bed. It's getting colder, and in the colder season, she likes to be in my bed sleeping, but she'll always be an outdoorsy cat. She needs to go outdoors regularly. We have a little spot in our garden, like where she can just lie, like comfortably dry, and and sheltered. Um, so if she does wants to go like outside for a longer time or in the evening, we know she has a nice comfy spot to lie. But yeah, she, I mean, she got fed by the neighborhood. The neighborhood knew her, so she probably just walked around here. But when we first found her, she was light, like really light. She was underweight. That's also why she probably could catch mice as well as she did. She definitely ate them. Like even if she got fed extra stuff. Though by now she hasn't caught a mice in quite a while. Or a mouse. She was raised on the street, baby. Yeah. But we surmise because the first time she ran away, she actually ran away from the vet. Like she got sterilized and apparently she escaped. I don't know. The story was wild. So then they found her again, and then the second time she ran away from their home whilst they had a pet sitter and they were away for a bit. And they searched and searched and they couldn't find her. Where we found her, where we live, was across like the place we live in. Like it's not exactly a city, but it's pretty big. Like that's a good couple kilometers. Like she was a decent ways away from where she originally lived. But yeah, we surmise that she probably had some traumatic event at the vets from that first time she ran away. She also really dislikes men. Like she can grow to trust them, but she took a big step. She took several big steppies. Yeah, the moment she hears a deep voice, she is out. Um, she won't really be relaxed, and she'd rather not stay around. And she still really hates the sound of plastic, though she's gotten better at it. She doesn't immediately go into terrified mode. But yeah, she's still she's calmer now. She has her safe spots, and uh, she knows she can return there. But she'll still always be probably a bit of a scared kitty. Now she's actually an elder lady. She's pretty old for a kitty. I think she's like 18. It's a crazy idea. She's a lot more agile and fit than our old cat was at this age. Just different diet. I mean, our old cat was overweight for a while, so that definitely wouldn't have helped her bones. This kitty didn't get overweight. Yeah, and she always was more active and just different genetics. Though I doubt I'll ever get a cat again like Peep. Peep was such a sweetheart. She didn't have a mean bone in her body. Like you could, I mean, at older age, she got a little more like easily irritated and just stressed out. But especially when she was younger, you could do anything to that cat. Like as a kid, like you could pet her a little too rough and she'd be fine with it. She'd pop you. She'd give you a warning pop. Like we got scratched sometimes. She wouldn't completely let us walk over her. But she'd like cats can slap you without their nails to let you know stop. That's how they discipline their kids too. She was a bit of a diva, but she was very cuddly. Yes, she loved to cuddle. The happiest she was is if she could sleep somewhere and there were people around and she could hear them do things, and she'd sometimes get a little pet and maybe like sleep next to someone's legs. Nikki wants to sleep on top of you. Peep wants to sleep like in between your legs or like right next to you. Nikki wants to sleep on top. She needs to be on top of the human body, which is a little more difficult. If I ever get a cat, I want it to be black and I would call it Lucifer. My first cat was black. Actually, Peep, the one I'm talking about, the cuddly one, was actually the second black cat. The very first black cat, because Peep means squeak in Dutch. The reason that first cat got that name is because he couldn't meow. He squeaked. So my parents called him Squeak. Uh, Sadly, that cat got run over. He wasn't very afraid of cars, um, which is not very good for longevity. So yeah, at some day he just didn't come home, and then later my parents heard about a cat that had been hit at the road that was nearby our house. Um, so not very conducive for survival. Yeah, he liked to cross that road, which it was a busy road. I guess they could have tried to keep him indoors, but that's not very like you usually don't keep a cat fully indoors in the Netherlands. When self-driving cars finally are deployed, I want them to have an anti-roadkill system. That'd be nice selling points for the skeptics. Yeah, the only thing is that you'd also need to program the car as to because if avoiding doing something with roadkill would put passengers in danger or would put everything around in danger. Like say you'd swerve at a high mileage, then you might hit something or another car. So that'll have to definitely be thought about. My first cat was from the litter of her friend's mother's cat. He was a black boy called Diargo, but my mum said cats are outdoor animals and locked him out before he was ready. Eventually he never... Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. Now, you need to be very careful with young cats. For one, you shouldn't take them away from their mother before 12 weeks. Usually they are kept taken away earlier, but if I'd have any say in it, I'd want my cats to definitely stay with their mom up to 12 weeks because they need to learn how to cat from their mom. And they also learn how to, like, what is too strong of a bite, and usually a sense of like not full on litter training, but at least indoors training. Like the mom generally teaches the cats a lot of things and also how to interact with other cats. And then generally when you introduce a cat to your house for the first time, you don't want to put them outside immediately. You want to like get them used to the inside first, let them warm up. Like sometimes it'll go well, but you generally actually want to introduce them to the house one room at a time. Like, the advantage of a self-driving car would have that their vision isn't restricted to what you can see from the driver's seat and from where you're currently looking. If something is on eye level with the tires, a machine can still detect that depending on what sensors it's equipped with. Yeah, it would definitely be able to detect things on the road better. It still just needs to evaluate quickly if suddenly stopping for that wouldn't be more dangerous than sadly having to continue driving. Yeah, my Diargo wasn't taken away from that mark, but my current cats lost their mom when they were too young and they were hand raised. Yeah, sometimes there just isn't any other choice. It's what is most ideal isn't always what is feasible. You have to do the best you can with what you currently have, and well, in some cases that means not the most ideal situation, but um, making the best of what you have. Which is an equation that are being designed to make as well as possible. It's a pretty obvious scenario. What will I do when something goes wrong? Yeah. I'm thinking shady on this side. I'm gonna attempt to group people that also know each other together. But what position should he be in? I also might want someone like lying in front, like you know, hello, I'm the one in the group photo that goes in front of the group. Maybe he's holding a lute slash guitar. I'm not gonna. Sorry, I'm nah. Instruments. I'm already having a tough time with people. I mean, I could. But then it feel weird to have just one person with an instrument. Props are too much. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna do props. Just draw a peanut with a stick poking out. I do intend to maybe refine this, so... Guitars aren't real. Neither is Australia. It's beans all the way down. Maybe arms crossed because he can't... Yeah. I don't know. Feels a little too close. Guess I'm gonna draw him probably with a either a red or like a black hoodie. I don't... Again, I don't want us to have boy band vibes. If I'm gonna have Bard and Shady next to one another, and I'm gonna have Shady in black with his arms crossed. Where's Shady from? He looks Arab. I believe, one of his parents comes from the Philippines, and another one was from Malaysia. I might have that wrong, but he's Canadian. That's his heritage, so. Maybe I'll have balloon guy on the shoulder, though. That would be cute, wouldn't it? I think that'd be cute. Like from the general Caribbean region is where my brain is pointing me, but I may be very wrong. We'll have to ask him if he does come on. Filipinos are everywhere. I just realized this. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's certain cultures where it is very common to go abroad and live there. Hey, hello, Rund. Push-up time. I'm gonna actually also run an ad break because Twitch wants that. So yeah, gonna do some push-ups and you guys get some ads. My apologies. And I'm back. Cries in boring Brit German with hints pointing Nordic. That's pretty interesting. I don't even know my like roots really. Like I know generally where my grandparents of one side of the family came from, which were like near the German border for one, a little bit near Limburg. Also, wait, hold up. Rund, I thought you couldn't make it for the stream. Didn't you have work stuff? Also, I really need to speed this up if I want to get a quick doodle in of everyone, because I still got a lot of people to go. Pose. Let's get face in. Nah, that doesn't quite right. I made the shoulders too high, I think. I think my dad's side is from England and my mom's side is from Ireland. And going all the way, it says your nationality is a very boring thing to base your identity on. Like, congratulations, you were born somewhere. It'd be more impressive if you had no nationality. Like, if you're born out in space. And don't all family trees go back to Africa. That's very true. Yeah, I mean, if you go back far enough. I think I mean, I don't think you should base your personality on where you were born or any one single fact about you. That'll make you very one-dimensional. And people are more complex than that. So I think having, like, being aware of your roots and having some pride in that isn't wrong. And I think it's neat. Mainly because I just like love different foods. So I'm like, yes, you have a different cuisine and I go tell me all the things about it. Illegals SEGGS during space missions. I don't know if I can say that out loud on Twitch. I remember hearing that it was debunked, but don't quote me on that. I don't recall when though. Good save. Yeah. Aren't most people that go into the space missions, don't they already have a relationship anyways? Like, not that, I mean, you can technically cheat on your spouse, but why would you? Like, you don't have privacy. I'm pretty sure everyone will hear. Like, I know even the most professional people mess up, but they just, I don't know. Honestly, I've heard people say a lot worse things on Twitch. Then I'm just gonna keep to my own, like, Luna rules where I try and avoid certain words. Just because it feels weird for me to say them. It's not that, it's mostly because it's not safe to do it right now. That too. Cheat on your spouse with Moon Men. Where were you born? Answer. The spaceship. Procreation somewhere between Mars and Jupiter. I mean, what if you were born in international waters? I'm certainly that could have happened. Like someone born on a cruise ship that at some point, like one. I'm not sure if you can board a cruise ship if you're at a certain stage of pregnancy, but say somehow you did. Someone must have been born outside, like any. Would being born at sea make you Atlantean? Only if you're born at the Atlantic. But nah, it's if you maybe have been born over plains over oceans, yeah, I guess you'd still have the nationality probably of like your either your parents or whatever country you land in. Because some countries have like rules of okay, if you're born here, then you have that nationality, which makes sense. But also, if you're born on a vacation, then like if some Dutch folks went to vacation in America and their kid got born there because we didn't realize pregnancy or whatever, then the kid would technically like by American rules could get an American passport. By Dutch rules, which are kind of strange because Dutch rules don't allow you to have multiple passports, they couldn't be. Better question: what if you're born in Antarctica? No clue. I actually that was a joke among our family. One of my cousins, my aunt lived in America for a while, and my eldest cousin was born there. So we always joked if he really got in trouble, because he didn't have an American passport because of the rule from the Netherlands where you could only have a Dutch passport, you can't have both. So he'd had a Dutch passport at the moment. Happy birthday, thank you, Vizzy. But we always joked if he got really into trouble in some foreign country, he could shout, "I'm American!" Get in it, like, be recognized as an American passport and get saved because America doesn't leave anyone behind. So has the birthday hype train begun? We have had no hype trains. I'd say wait maybe till after lunch, till there's like people around. Let's go, though. Or don't. Also, thank you for doing the shouty outy ruined. I realized I didn't set up a collab command beforehand. Whoops. I knew I was forgetting stuff. Posing.
You're banging my co-host. You can't say it like that, Vinci.
Wait, what's the clip title? Oh goodness, here go. But wait, Rune, you weren't gonna be able to make, like, I'm glad you're here, but how? Oh no, there they go. Of course, Rune waited until Fizzy was here, because I bet there's some kind of cahoots going on, and if there aren't, I know Fizzy well enough. I know your tricks.
Wait, what exactly are you texturing?
Come on, birthday Chennai. We're doing chill. People are being chill. Though I really thank you a bit. It's very nice. I wish there were cahoots there. Aw, that's okay. Just no need. I hold no bits. Oh no! Singing Jahar, BCDD, being a. Oh, we start a hype train. Wait, hold up. Who. Oh, Astro gifted the. Thank you! Also, gosh dang it, guys. But congratulations, you did it. You got Choo Choo. Being a pirate is alright with me. Do what you want with Pirate 3. You are a pirate. Wait, since when are we pirating? That's a fun fact, because it's such a remote location, humans and all their unusual douchebaggery like to use it as a dumping ground for space trash. Hey, hello, Silver3602. Yes, you did it. I think you missed a message. Cahoots, pirates, fact. Thank you for the subscription. More yeses. Astral, you're mad. Hearts. Welcome, Older Silver. I'm Silver that is new here. We have now 2 silvers. That's gonna get confusing at some point. Did I miss something else? Oh, Point Nemo. The furthest point from land in any direction is called Point Nemo, and it's so far away that more often than not satellites passing over it are closer than any given shore. Huh. Humans are space orcs. Yeah. Humans are weird. But on the other hand, Earth is weird in general. Yeah, good job, chat. You got the choo-choo. Choo-choo. I like the English sound for trains. Humans are unique. Human bad, refer to crab. Wait, refer to crab? So one can expect a rather hard time finding Nemo. I knew someone would make a Nemo joke. Everything eventually becomes crab. That's news to me. Oh dang, there Astro goes. An evolved crab. Nice. Thank you. Also, that's great. I like that. I like that. You're clever. That's a clever joke. They've been wiped out from the gene pool several times and they keep re-evolving somehow. Really? Crab rave. Nice. We have a crab rave. Well, I suppose I did make it to the party. You did. Unexpectedly. Otherwise, I'd invited you to golf with friends. But I told you you couldn't be here. Wait, we have a crab rave? Yeah, we do. In sound alerts. Did I have to remove it? I could have sworn I had a crab rave in there. I know at some point I had to remove some things because they started getting me in trouble. Maybe crab rave got removed. Oh goodness, you're trying to aim for the level 2 hype terrain. Really? So I gotta get these people done, because otherwise, oh, there are more bits. Rune, don't need to. Oh goodness, you're very close. 6 more percent. Oh dear. And you did it, level 6 choo-choo. Got it. Choo-choo. Good, I mean, shoot. Goodness, thank you. You don't need to, please. Your monies, your poor monies, like your wallet, but also thank you. Posing. Get the Scrumlow man's face in. Face shape. Face shape. Face shape. Little like this. Close enough. Got a swoopy. Anything here. And he got some stubble. And I was gonna give him a jacket. And then he's got little friendo. I'm gonna move little friendo a little more inward so it's not dangling so much. And then give him the thinking pose. Alright, chat, level 3 Sonja. You got 3 minutes. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. I like trains. Nyum. My gift came earlier if you don't know. Yeah, I know. Gift came. You already gave me money. You don't need to give me more money. Swoopy. Posing. Just have him have one hand in this pocket. Because I don't know what to do. And I don't want him to just stand there, like not T-posing, but just default pose. He's default pose shady. Watch out. He'll just stand there. Defaultingly. Boom, 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 boom. You have the sound and I don't need to do it, but I have to make the sound with my own mouth. Aha, defaultingly. Yeah, it's not menacing, it's just default. And he got a nosy nose. And mouth a little lower than that. Yeah. Try and make his eyes a little more pointy because he's got nice pointy eyes. It's not really good eye description, pointy, but that's what it is. It's pointy eyes. Not that I'm defining the eyes too much here, but I do try to give him pointy eyes usually. Unless I'm specifically trying to draw him very, very cute, then I give him round eyes, because roundish eyes make some stuff look cute. That doesn't look quite right. Faces be hard. Eh. Swoop. Swoop here. Swoop there. Oh goodness. That's the end of the hype train, I think. He received the level 1 hype train. Wait, how did I Strong support, level 1 complete, but wait, didn't you? 2 subs, 700 bits. Good job, guys. Anything to hide those hands. Yes, exactly. Cute book boy. You draw all the characters with mittens. Did you get them linkies? Okay. Linkies? References, I mean? Yeah, your references. Yeah, they're in there. Just haven't gotten around to them. I first wanted to make, like, try and draw the people that I'm gonna have with Golf with Friends. And then I'm gonna try and draw everyone around it. But I'm slow, so it's taking me a while. I think I made his head a little too small. I definitely have me a lot more simplified than everyone else. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep this simple, and then I didn't. Basically the crux of it. Okay, so that's Bard and Shady done. So goodbye, Shady. I also am still missing some references. I forgot to, or I haven't gotten around to adding Solrock Martin in there. I haven't added Martin in my references. And I also haven't added Sai. Gosh dang. From what I'm gathering, this is a group illustration of the Prime Time Stream Squad. Yeah, this is just on my stream friendos. Yeah. Need a slightly different color to have that stand out. Yeah, you can see that it's a very big style switching. I'll get back to this later. Good stuff, gang. I may or not design an avatar for myself in the near future. Never really felt the need until now. You know, I'll just keep the art basic. Also, I must make better. It's hard, okay? It's hard to keep things basic. Like, I'm trying, but I'm also trying to get them recognizable. Let's see, then we got them. Let's see. Let's add. We do have Ness. Slime, Sephora, Copy. Okay, so let's go with Rune next. That makes sense. He's here after all. And which side would he be on? I think he'd be on this side. I think that makes sense. Yeah. Put the ref over here close enough so I can see. Then keep the lace separate. They're gonna turn out great, Luna. I don't know if I'm gonna work them out. I know I want Alicia somewhere here, but I might make her gremlin over at the front. I don't know. Or maybe I'll have her... I need some people up popping up in the back jumping. Nobody has that high energy, so that I have added until now, so... I'm not going to draw any of the tats. I'm going to keep this simple, remember? So, add somewhere here. Now pose. Shroopy doop. Shroop like. I need someone flamboyant so I could give him a like a just a funky pose. Someone just high energy. Nah. I want to try and give people poses that reflect their energy levels a little. But I also need to start speeding things along if I want to at least get all the sketches in. Like, we're not gonna have this refined this stream, that's for sure. Lambone, Fizzy Europe. No, Fizzy is already there. I wanted him to draw him with Ebru. I thought that'd be cute. Also, I drew him in his bartender outfit. So, it's a little more calm. Could do the cross arm for runes. Are both in the pockets? I could do that. That could work. Beatsies. Face. That's definitely too small compared to the rest of the heads. Okay, that might be a bit here. I'm sketching with two different colors. Whoops. There. There. Eyebrows. Eyes. Nose is about here. Then we'll do that too. Not the chest one though. Like, I'd even like allow this to go down. Just make this like one faceto. My logo is runes. Ruined Avatar looks a bit like I had to do it through a meme over my post, really. My shirt is having clipping issues on V-Road. Oh, so is my shade holding my coffee? Oh, I could... Duh! There. Perfect. Why you're having coffee during a group picture? I don't know. But you have coffee now. If it's on brand, then why not? Exactly. I was like, if I'm getting around to drawing Soul Rock, or Martin, I should just call him Martin. If I get around to drawing Martin, I'm definitely gonna give him a Pokeball. I mean, he's a shiny hunter. Faces. Okay, get you out of the way for a second. Nosy nose. Eyes. Mouth about there. Neck is definitely too long. There. Somewhere around there. There. That works, right? Maybe try adjust the hair a smidge. Then next ref. And Ryder needs coffee, it's a job requirement. Tekst op world's best tattoos, tekst op eldritch markings. We're not gonna draw text on the cap. If there was a cap. Luna lasered my tattoos and all I got for it is this shitty cap. I had to remove my two and all I got was this cap. Or this mug. Let's see, who next? Let's try and fit Alicia in there before I run out of space on this side. Now this color real quick so I can separate her decently, you guys. So either have her jump up above or have her gremlin down here below. I know I have an idea to make my magic vocals one such to be avoided in the coffee mug. Just take a sip and then a spell's cast. The only problem is that you can only cast spells as fast as you can chug coffee. So in the middle of a battle, instead of taking like small sips, you just throw the cup back. Chug, 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 chug. You'd have to stop to breathe in between. It's like the most intense battle, and then someone just like leans their hand back and starts chugging coffee. Not even looking at what the other person is doing because you can't. Very serious, like just holding up, very serious, staring, and then sudden chugging. Sorry. Just a moment. The most battle ready stance ever. Is it Eldritch mug bottomless? Even it's supply freshly made coffee. Oh, but just imagine how caffeinated you'd be after. Like, just after some epic battle, someone's just sitting there, like almost vibrating, wide awake, and they're like, "Was it that terrible? Did you see such like horrifying things?" It's like, no, I just drank 5 gallons of coffee. I've been to the toilet 25 times in the last half hour. I haven't slept in 3 days. I can. I can see into infinity. I can count the amount of time a flying flaps their wings in a minute. I void mates, I do not suffer such limitations. Okay, you'd shout that, but you'd be walking around like also you'd be vibrating probably. Too much caffeine. Void mages are a variant of Undeadlin, if you recall. Okay, you might not need sleep, but still, I doubt that would be good for you. At least you wouldn't have the problems choking in your coffee when chugging. Wouldn't need to breathe. About to vibrate into the next dimension. Hmm. Where do I have her? I'm just no clip out there. Isn't it like 4:40 a.m. where you're now? Shoot, you're right. Why the heck are you awake? I was already out. Like, why are you here? I thought you couldn't make it, and now you made me realize it's super late for him. Ah, yes, the 69th dimension. Oh, good. Oh my, ballistic. Hi? That is one heck of a way to make an entrance. Look at all those emotes. It didn't. It has emotes for every like sub, so that's why there's that many. Goodness, coming in like a ninja, giving those sub. Hope you're having a ballistic birthday. Well, now I am. Thank you. Gosh. Oh my goodness. You actually have me speechless. Thank you. Thank you so much. I I don't know what else to say. Thank you so much. That is so kind of you. That's a lot of subs to give. Thank you. I hope she doesn't mind if I completely crownify her. She has a really cool design. Like, look at that. That's a neat flipping design. Okay, that doesn't really work. I don't want that much Kremlin. Okay. Poofy hair. Poof. And maybe she's not angry right now, though. Maybe she found Room's infinite coffee supply. She actually swapped the mug around. He hasn't realized yet. Somehow. Let's see. The surprise gift, yeah, Ninja. The Cult of Luna handbook explicitly states that you need to go bed in time. Yeah, that's like our only cult rule. You need to be in bed in time. And his name is John Cena. So you have a loophole for that. No bedtime. Shout out for Ballistic. Thank you, Rune, and maybe soon. Well, if anyone is interested in what Ballistic will be doing, go drop a follow now, so you know when they go live. We talking more, but I'm distracted at that hour nearly 2 a.m. That's entirely okay. It's very hard to keep up with everyone as is. I try my best to read chat, but I probably will miss a couple messages, and I appreciate everyone vibing with me as I doodle scuff things. Ninja starts ringing, everyone is going to come back and throw money at you. Indeed, wait, no, everyone needs to keep the money you give them. Too late now. You've initiated protocol. Out ninja the ninja. So she has here. And the neat is flipping overalls. Peaches. She's a really good artist, by the way. If you want art, go check out her art. I forgot her socials though. I'm terrible at the promoting thing. I'm sorry. She's got okay. She's got pretty sharp eyes. She looks little and happy. Oh no, wait. She has mischievous plans. Yes, it's all coming together now. This is our plotting phase. I don't know what's going to happen, but someone in this group is definitely... I don't know. I don't know what she's up to. That's the point. We don't know, and that's what makes her dangerous. She is the chaos gremlin. And she wouldn't steal all the cake, because that'd make me sad, and she's nice. Guests, however, are not safe. Yeah, I don't know how recognizable she is right now. Sorry, Alicia, I suck at drawing your character as a gremlin. She's got good gremlin energy, as far as I understand gremlin energy. Good thing you haven't given me money. I spent it on Mortat. He will spend it on Mortat, so he would. Shouted Ice. I don't believe Ice isn't a streamer. Oh, by the way, I bought cakes to eat for your... Oh, that's great! What kind of cakes? Are they nice? Maybe you haven't eaten them yet. It is a little early. Oh, I have to yet start on my first stream, if I ever start streaming at all. Do let me know if you do. I'm more of a designer. Also, I might want to check if I've given you money. You never know what ninja could strike. I got a little cheese. Ooh, nice. Want to get more into art, though. More art is always good. Oh, goodness. Thank you. Thank you, Wriggle, for your birthday. Let's go. I appreciate it. It's very, very kind of you. I don't know. It feels too mean of a face. She's a gremlin child, but I want her to be a happy gremlin child right now. Maybe slightly less explodey hair. Shroop, shroop. Shroopity shroop. Shroop a little here, shroop a little there. Oh no! Why are you talking to darkness? And then you'd be like, check your wallet, how dare are you freaking... Oh yes! Finally, how the turntable's ruined! Thank you, Ninja! I appreciate you doing the turntables on, like, to him. He's done that to me before. But seriously, Ninja, you're amazing. Do you do emote commissions? I want to get emotes from all the artists in Shady's community when I start streaming. I've been in a very dark room for the past 2 hours, just finally watching it. So Darkness is just vibing with you whilst you watch a stream. That's fair. I technically don't do emote commissions, but I do make emotes for friendos. So, and I think the idea is adorable that you just want emotes from all the artists in the Shady community. Just so, I don't know. Just let me know what you're kind of thinking of, and I'll see if I can make you something. The turntables have indeed been table turned. Yes. climbing menacingly. For sure. I'm still working on the design for my character, but once I have it, I'll let everyone know I had in mind. No. Yeah, just sounds good. Maybe I do want to make Alicia normal size. Because I'm having difficult... Why is... So why? I'm having difficulty figuring out Gremlin mode. No. Want these together. Okay, I hope that if I remove that, clear this, and add them together, dates. There. Sadly, I probably should get going before my room starts getting right again. Yeah, please get yourself some rest. Like, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. It was great having you, but I want you to get enough sleep. See you, Rune. Sleep well. Good luck tomorrow with work, or today, I guess. And please don't skip sleep again. Maybe I have Alicia jump here after all. Yeah. Oh shoot, I don't have. Oh, that was my mic. Oops, sorry. I don't have my SNAS set up. I knew I was forgetting something. The thing I use for my Dutch minute. One moment. The Dutch minute is coming up. Daar. Oké, mooi. I knew I was... Ik zeg Nederlands minuut en dan ga ik meteen terug naar Engels. Ik ben geweldig bezig. Ik maak het veel te ingewikkeld voor mezelf. Het is al bijna 11. Iets hier. Oké. Okay, there we go. Sorry I didn't do much talking during the Dutch minute, but I'm trying to focus and get some of this done, because I got a lot more people to add. I shall be heading off. I'm glad I could finally join Mythic Luna stream. I hope the art flows smoothly and that everyone enjoys the rest of their day/night. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good rest and take care. I'm glad I could, yeah, you could catch one. It's good seeing you. Bye bye. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think of a good nickname for Older Silver because calling them Older Silver feels not right. That if we have two silvers in chat, we're gonna need to be clever about it. Maybe just doing eyes closed. Have a good one, Silver. I keep meaning to add an exclamation point. Yeah, it's tough when you like add someone. Sometimes you can't really do things to the end of the sentence. It doesn't go quite right. It's kind of annoying. Bushy hair. Just make the face a little bigger. Also, our arms won't be that long. Since add more here, so I don't have to worry about the leggies. And what we're gonna do for now, so it remains readable, is there. Skull Silver Lord Megatron works for me. Yeah, but this is you guys' thingy. Feel a little weird if I did that. Okay, get myself a little more water. I'm thirsty. One more hour. Shoot, I'm going slow. Ah. Go Wriggle's another person. We could probably add in like jumping somewhere on the shady side, maybe. Somewhere here, somewhere in between. Get two people higher up. Just one arm for Wriggle. Me jumping, I usually pick my failing in the background. Yeah, but I want everyone to have a good time. I try and get. I want to try really hard to get everyone in. So I'm gonna have to speed this up. This doesn't look right. Okay, no. Let's try this again. About this height. slight point, but soft niche. Beanie. Also, you got long hair, so if you jump, I can make it go whoosh. Very much. That might be a bit exaggerated. I've got a jacket. Okay, that's too pointy of a beanie. Eggies are somewhere there. Let me move that arm slide. Oh, thank you for the follow, very hello. I really appreciate it. Okay. There. Hi. Would you like to hear about my OC? I have an idea for what I want them to look like, but my PC is unplugged for renovation, so I can't start working on it. I'd love to hear about it. By the way, I love the art you're working on. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm not actually like I wouldn't call myself that good at drawing people. I'm struggling a little. It's not the main thing I do. But people really wanted to see an art stream from me. That's why I came. Oh, thank you. And I like the idea of trying to draw streamer buddies. I thought that was fitting. So I did want to give it a try. Let's see, you got a lot of identifying elements actually. Clean this up slightly so we can distinguish an ear. You have glasses. It's actually nosy nose about here. Feel the people that are jumping are high energy. Oh goodness. MG, happy birthday. Thank you. And thank you, Ballistic. Still going. You're genuinely. Yeah, Ballistic is being just a complete mad lad and gifting so many subs. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. I don't want to have the facial expressions exactly the same for the two jumping, but I do like the high energy. There. Eyebrows would be about there. Eyes would be about there. Glasses. Clean slightly. Because we gotta move on if we want to get everyone in there. I'm really putting ballistic and ballistic ninja. I don't know how to use them. I got so many from streamers that gifted them. It's you get access to emotes. Find them out. It's all I have to give them for. It's all I have to give for birthday besides company. Company is already more than enough. Anything else is just extra. And I really appreciate it, but please never feel obligated to give me more. Thank you. It's not needed. It is appreciated, but it's not needed. Then we got Slime and Sephora, who I'm probably gonna try and draw together. They are also pretty high energy, so I might draw them jumping too. Femboy is pretty high energy, and then I still got Martin and Nez and Zai. Zai and Martin I definitely want together because they be Pokemon. Femboy should go on this side. So if Femboy goes somewhere here, and Nez is calmer, so he'd be standing. I guess I maybe get him here. So let's see, Femboy, Nez, Sephora, and Slime, and then maybe in front of there, Sai and Martin. Yeah, I like my yay energy. Yeah, I want some people with yay energy in there. So Slime and Sephora. Maybe I should draw the people in front first. And I would need to grab Martin's and Zai's thingy though. And Zai's got a furry persona, which is kind of hard to draw. So I think I moved the mic too far away. There you go, Mike. We also kind of need another ad break. I don't want to. I need to keep drawing, dang it. Because I feel Sephora would only flipping get on top of Slime to have the height to look over everyone. They have that chaos energy. Let's get them in there rough before I grab the other people, and then later we can position them better in case needed. Rami only gave me this as a reference, which doesn't actually show the rest of his outfit very well, which I'll have to do from memory, which is kinda... oh well. It's there. He might be less happy about it being jumped on top of. I know he has wings, but I'm not gonna add them in right now. She does have bangs. Clean it up slightly so we can see his face better. Um, Gonna watch Netflix. Bye, guys. Bye, Fairy. Have a good one. The one's getting late. Gotta work in the morning. I better go to tonight. Thank you for being here, Astra. I really appreciate it. Have a good sleep and good luck with work in the morning. In the morning. Ugh, I can't speak. It's over Luna. She has the high ground. Well, I just realized I never shared my OC today. I'll try to keep it short. Right, I'll try my best to read it all. I also will have to grab the next song because I don't have automatic play. We got this one, which is supposedly guitar, but there might be some overlap. I don't think he has ears. I don't even know if he has a nose. Does she have a nose? She does have a nose. And then Slime and Sephora. And then I got them over there. And Nez. So let's get Nez. Because he's around. Both Nez and Ruined actually have very chill vibes. So it fits they'd be together. Basically a ninja, but they're in kind of dystopian future and they've got a helmet with an outside facing screen. Ooh, I already like that. For one, I think ninja are super cool, but also modern ninja and an outside facing screen. Heck yeah. Though I do think Ness would be pretty excited. He's got chill energy, but he's also got like happy vibes. So maybe he'd have one hand in the arm. Or maybe he'd I think he'd have like a moderate whoop. Like a whoa, but not like a extreme whoop. Okay. Now do the outside arm, moderate whoop, slightly above his head, and then that doesn't look quite right. My original idea was essentially Neo Ninja. That is a good, yes, I like that. That's a good idea to work from. And a little higher. Maybe you'd have a she's got a soft face. See, she's soft bean. They have lore too, but I'm planning to link it with the book series I want to read. Ooh, dang. And this swoopy back hair actually kind of difficult to do without making it look either too spiky or too, like, crease swoop back. Yeah, the hair is not perfect, sorry, Des. And short sleeves. That's what just vibe, I think. I think he just vibe with the energy. Like, yeah! Did you say anything after O? That, because I didn't hear it. Oh, my apologies, might be cutting out because I'm talking too far away. Oh, away from my, sorry for the bump. It is a little tricksy to draw with a thingy. I think I said something like, "Ooh, that's interesting." I'm sorry that cut off. I'm confused why. Am I too far or too close? Slight adjustments. There? That should be far enough away and not too close. I want his face a little rounder. I also don't want to spend too much time on it because I got a couple more people. No problem. I told him it was. Yeah, but still, you don't want your audio getting cut off halfway through, especially not when you're speaking. That's a little inconvenient to say the least. Maybe you'd have one leg that's slightly lifted. Uh, Feetsy? Think so. Funny hee. Okay, so that's Ness. Then we got Fem. Boy, who definitely got high energy. He's a high energy lad. Let's hide this and... Oh, no, wait, these are my sketchies. That's the wrong thing. I wanted to hide these guys. Oh, you also have Copy Girl. Gotta get Copy in there. And get Ned, not Ness, Fem. Or maybe we do go with it slightly darker. Didn't you say it was only 12 people? Also, ooh, auto delete by bot. Yeah, but I have some, I might have miscounted, and I also have 2 people that I don't have the references in my document yet. I forgot to do that last night. What other book positions are there? Yeah, Bam got a super neat design. I just don't know how to position his arms. It's called outward spikies. He's got these guys. Reminds me of Uwu. Yeah, I can see why. He'd definitely be super hyper. He can get that high energy. Can also be chill, but them usually got pretty high energy streams. And also put arms up. Arm positions are hard. Got half an hour left and I still got a bunch of people to do. Definitely want to get Martin inside in there. Let's go with both arms up for now. He has a hood. People are becoming increasingly less recognizable as I draw them quicker and quicker. Maybe one arm up. There. That's our quick fem for now. Then see copy who I just copied over because she didn't reply, so let's prioritize the people that replied, which would be Martin and Zai. So let's get those in here. Martin actually has a really funny reference, because he had for someone who's making a stop motion thingy, wanted several voices, so he's got this reference. Actually, it's black background because it's a PNG, I think. Did I save it? If I can drag it in, then I actually have a... Must have saved it. People... Did I get him in there? I didn't. I do have Sai here. Oh, copy. Sai. And then Martin. I swear I got it somewhere saved, but I guess not, so just gonna... Good enough. So we're gonna get those a little to get Martin and Zai in there. I'm gonna swoosh those guys up there for now, because let's see. Martin over here. I want to give him a Pokeball. It's a simple enough prop after all. Just what kind of pose? Maybe like have him... There. Pokeball. Ready to catch any shiny that might randomly pop up for whatever reason. Can't let a shiny pass by. What to do with his other arm? We do cross. We do... Maybe we do cross. I have this cross over here. We have this cross over on the top, but he's holding a Pokeball in this one. I like this one, this music one, because it's got thunder noises. I mean, he's got Hey Martin Shiny, where? How's it going? Also, happy birthday, thank you. Happy birthday anniversary, Lena. Thank you, Lucent. You came in at the right time, seeing as I'm drawing you now. Yeah, I'm gonna draw you and Zai together at the same side. You do have Pokemon trainer vibes. Like if I draw you like that, it's like Pokemon trainer Martin challenges you for a fight and you send in a Soul Rock. Just one. And then you win. Like, don't go down this route. There's this one trainer. He only has a Soul Rock, but... My ears were burning. I knew someone was talking money. I mean, Cosmic Power Soul Rock works. Beat Cynthia with it. Yeah. But people would, if you were in a game and did that, people would just say that, like, the computer is cheating with cosmic power. It's like, yeah, it's always rolls good. Like, no, same stats. Nosy knows. Do have to hurry up if I also want to get Cyan before lunch. And I figure out how I'm gonna get those guys in there. Yeah, it's good to see you, Martin. I'm happy to have you. I hope your morning has been good so far. Also, for anyone, like, I don't expect anyone to stay the whole stream because I do stream for a very long time. So if anyone just needs to hop out again or just wants to do something else, like, go do your own things. Just being here for a while, vibing and saying hi is great. Though do keep in mind, after lunch we'll have a Q&A session, so if you're curious about any answers, I also show off stuff I've been given, which in this case is one drawing from Kaino, but I also know Ice is planning something. And after that will be Golf with Trends, which will be with Bard, Busy, and potentially Shady if he has time. By the way, if you're looking for music to relax to, I'd recommend Witchcore from the channel ASMR Weekly. Oh! It's good to see you too. Yee. I only know the Cynthia from Black and White. I spent hours trying to beat them, but I think I wasn't leveled enough. It's been good. Woke up, stretched, had food, and I'm chilling. Ooh, that's nice. Facial expressions, man. I'm gonna draw a beard in this simplified style. It's gonna be rough. We'll just have hints of it. If I ever work this out, I'll have to figure that out a little more. But if I draw like around it, then it'll look old in this style. So, and we gotta hurry up. I want Zai in there. He. Try and get the hair right. So this is pointy. I do like the bandana, by the way. Good identifying mark. Oh goodness. Ballistic at it again. Look at you go. It's actually bedtime here, but I'll lurk since I came to wish a happy birthday. Please go sleep if it's bedtime. Thank you very, very much for coming to say a happy birthday. I really appreciate it. It's super nice. Oh goodness, thank you, Ballistic. That's so kind of you. Giving all the people a gift sub. That is, thank you. I really, really appreciate it. It's goodness. You're gonna make me lose my words again. Okay, hints at beard. Your hair is a little tough though, Martin. I'm not gonna lie. Little tough to draw. Doesn't make me look exactly like you, but we gotta get Zion too, so we're gonna just have to keep it at that for now. Because Zion's gonna be tough for me, because I don't know how to draw furry. Oh, that's my timer to remind me that it's almost lunchtime, so we got about 20 minutes. Let's get Zion there. And snoot. And got the curved leggies. Forward, back, forward. And I would draw Zai with a big smile, but I don't think I know how to do that in furry. Rounded, roundies, bit of a point here. Got a lot of furtives, a lot of swooshy swoosh. Get the bandana in there. A tail. Spike. And jaw is about this. Nose. We got swooshies. And big swooshies along here. Swoosh, swoosh. Swoosh, swoosh. Get the eye. Oh, I'm so sorry, Zai. This is gonna look not great. Okay, we got the eyebrow. Yeah. Okay. Going to cheat. I'm gonna close the eye. Get the thingy in. That snout is too big. It's too big of a snout. There. One could say they went ballistic again. Everyone in chat will be subbed. Oh no, you get a gift sub and you get a gift sub. Do you have a money tree? What are we having for lunch? Just some bread, something I can slap together quick and stuff in my face so I can continue streaming. No, just set aside money to support the people I care about. I live with my parents, so I give them a percentage of my paycheck, but otherwise I don't have bills. Honestly, that's very kind of you. It definitely is. That is super kind of you, Ballistic. Like, genuinely, you... Thank you. That is amazing. And I really appreciate all the support you're giving me, and I'm sure anyone else you're giving that support to also appreciates it a ton. No, it's never needed, and if like do make sure you save some stuff up for yourself. Get yourself a little a little savings. Yeah, one can tell I have no furry experience. I would not pass the furry check. So I would also have a Pokeball. Come on now. They can't go around with at least one Pokeball already at all times. Gotta stay on brand. And Pokeballs are just easy props to give. They're like a ball. It's just a circle with a little thingy on top. It's honestly a great design. Okay, it's a bit of a mess, but considering Zai is the only furry, at least Zai is recognizable. Oh, but the snout is so, it's not right. It's so hard. I'm sorry. I feel bad for drawing a face that, like, a lot of people are rushed and don't look exactly right, but at least they look mostly right. But this doesn't seem quite. E there. Though you should also think about you and your future self. Yeah, I know I have investment, but I don't know what I want to do with my life yet. You seem like a very generous person, so perhaps working at or with a fundraiser could be for you. Yeah, though that is also very stressful work. I think there needs to be a balance in stuff you do for work and stuff that you like enjoy doing as a hobby or is just something you want. Because the moment you start doing it for work, if it's really a big part of you, you can also it can start jading you too much because usually when something is work, it there's a lot of extra like stuff around it that makes it more complicated and it might take the joy out of it. So you do have to be careful with that. Not every strong aspect is suited to be turned into work. That's why I don't think I would ever want to work as an artist. I know I already feel pressure quite quickly. If I have to work in like an industry environment, I don't think I'd be able to keep that up. I have a general idea of what kind of job I want to have, but I have to narrow it down a little bit. I see. You can burn out the things you enjoy, but the key is taking breaks. We're literally learning, having learned that my work, schooling, programming thing. Yeah, it's a tough balance. I mean, for me, I know I want to work with coding, probably program design, but I don't have it narrowed down that much yet. And currently, I can't study. But the reason I want to do that over art, because art is a hobby, I don't think I'd be able to keep my creativity up if I'd have to make pieces for art. I am already really perfectionistic. I don't think that would do well for me. Noise, yeah. I'm gonna position these guys over there. Do a little erase too. clean up a little. Let's see. So we got Martin, Shady, Zai, Ebru, Vam, Brund, Bard, Ness, Alicia, Vizzy, Wriggle, Slime, Sephoria. We need copy in there. Let's get you guys out. 10 minutes to draw a quick copy. I think copy should be here because copy girl is also a slime. Keep the slimes together. Although then again, I did find copy through Zomboid, so maybe she should be on the other side. Yeah, maybe I should put copy on the other side. Copy girl. Speaking of coding, copy does coding streams. It's really neat. Let's everyone smidge to this side so we can fit copy over there. Copy would probably be a little smaller than this. I don't know exactly what kind of pose copy would have, but something like something cute. Seems like she's got a hoodie. In there. Eyes about here. I want to keep them slightly open, but also happy. I just want to create or build something. Design class is really fun. Getting to start with an idea and make it reality, even was mostly mock, but actually working on a fair might be too stressful for me. What I really want to do is solve a problem. Like, what kind of problem? Like, more of an engineering kind of thing? Because the reason I found coding so fun is because it's a kind of like solving a lot of small puzzles. Like, okay, I want the computer to do this thing, and then you're trying to figure it out, and you gotta figure out all the way to tell the computer to do the thing. Maybe I do want to keep completely closed eyes. I think maybe. Nah. Maybe one arm slightly higher than the other. A little bit like Nez. How about we go for slight jump? It's almost lunchtime though. Couple minutes. Nah. I don't know if Copy wears a skirt. Let's go without one for now. There. That's close enough, I hope. So let's see. Vora, Slime, Wriggle, Vizzy, Copy, Alicia, Nez, Bard, Rune, Femboy, Ebru, Zai, Shady, and Martin. That's everyone. Let's maybe put the slightly darker sketch on everyone. Any problem. I kind of meant world problems, but that might be dreaming a little big. Engineering and designing have always intrigued me, but there's so many options and I'm bad at picking just one thing. Streaming is kind of creating, and I thought I might get some ideas of what I really want to do if it doesn't work out, so I'm gonna try it first. Yeah, you did it. Yeah. I might be able to move people a smidge closer to one another. So, get Vizi and Ebru and Alicia a little closer here. Just move people close by. That's odd. Demigods. Rune. Maybe group people up for ease. So instead of these, we got you guys. Then we got you guys, although I think there. Goodness and copy. Maybe I should do right, 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 and then go left, left. and apparently Fems. Let's get that a little clearer. You did it! Yay for completion! Achievement unlocked, first art stream. Not technically the very first, but yeah, the first in a long time. Should I eat before or after workout? After. If you're starving, only something like granola bar. Happy birthday! Hey, oh, shh, thank you! Welcome to the stream. Afterwards, a lot of protein. I'll trust Kaina because I know nothing about working out. So I might wanna. Oh, is that Alicia? Let's see. We need to. Yeah. You know, I think that's kind of cute. It's a mess, but it's our mess. Hey, Busy. Let's, oh, it is eating time. So let's maybe just end it here. I know that if I eat before workout, I get splenomegaly, a word which I had to look up what it's in English. That's very cute. Thank you. If you hold just a moment, okay? I'll hold. I've got something for you. Right now? You know, after lunch I'll be back, right? That's the gifting period after in the Q&A. You want to do surprise gifts? Unless it's something that's for now. Just give me a minute or two. Sure you don't want to wait till the Q&A section? I mean, either way is fine with me, but that's the moment I'm gonna gush about all the gifts, so. Let's go save this. So. Save. I don't know what that emote means. It's a smug. Oh no. Oh no, now I'm worried. JC Rune has gone to bed, so if you were planning on a cahoots, like double the. Oh goodness! Thank you so much for the raid, Matthias, the Otaku. That's what it says. VT. Thank you very very much. Mouse raid, Mishka Mushka Visy's beard. Hello people. Let me give you a shout out. Matthias. You were playing Sea of Thieves on, of course.
Look at that. No more gold skeletons.
And there's no such thing as a bad plan. Oh no.
Listen, if the plan works, is it a bad plan?
I mean, he's got a point. If the plan works, it wasn't a bad plan. It worked after all. Hello, Matthias. How was Sea of Thieves? Did you have fun? Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. It's right before I'm gonna go eat lunch, and after lunch we'll have the Q&A and whatever gifting shenanigans people are gonna pull off. Mishka Mushka, Visy's beard, that's the right message. So that's what Visi was up to. He was playing Ocean Burglars for 24 hours. 24 hours? You must be drop dead tired. Please go get yourself some rest. Thank you so much for the raid. For when I go lunch, people, please don't leave. We got stuff. I should have put my words. It's first things first. Let's go to the lounge. Yeah, that's the right button. Let me close my drawing thing because that's not something I'm gonna be using. I should have put my credit screen on the lounge so I could have it showing what amazing things people have been doing up to now. But I'm afraid that if I put it on my ending screen, people might think that the stream is actually ending whilst we still have many hours to go. But if it was a good plan and it didn't work, then it was well thought out, but I mean, it kind of depends on why it didn't work. 25 straight, we don't ask. Oh, goodness. Well, I assume you probably want to rest and eat and whatnot, so I'm not going to keep you any longer. If you are, for some strange reason, still awake after I'm back from my lunch, I'd love to hear how it went, because I've never done a 24-hour thing. It seems really neat, but also I should probably wait with opening that up. It seems neat, but also like hell. So so I'd love to hear, but yeah, I get if you just want to dip now because it's very late. I'll be here all day celebrating the, you could say, once in a blue moon. Oh no, the puns. All plans are good plans until put into practice. That's why there should always be room for improvisation. Improv is good. Yeah. I wish I had the credit sequence now. Because look at... Okay, guys, the stream is not ending. It's just... This is the only place I have the credit sequence. I don't have it in a separate, like, box. I have it in, like, an overlay. So I don't have a bunch of different sources. I also forgot I needed to slow it down. My bad. But look at how many people have subscribed already. And ruined with all the ruined all the chairs. Yes. I just wanted to show that to you guys. Like, if I could real quick pull that thing up on the other thing, then I would, but I don't think I can. But yeah, I just wanted to show that to you guys, because gosh dang, you folks are amazing. You've already... Yeah, it's been already insane, and it's only the morning. With that said, it's time for the lunch break. I need to eat. You guys will get some ads and stuff because Twitch demands it. And yeah, I'll be back after lunch for the Q&A section and the section of if you guys want to give me stuff. I'm gonna just gush over the art I got. You can already see it in the slideshow here, but kind of got me birthday art and it's amazing, and I'm gonna shove it in all you guys' faces and tell you how amazing it is and how happy it makes me. And also we're gonna answer some questions that were submitted. I might also answer the questions that chat has for me now, but I'm not gonna make any promises on that because I don't know what kind of questions you guys are gonna ask. And after that, we'll have Golf with Friends, which Vizzy will be participating in. So look forward to that. So yeah, with that said, I'll be back when the timer runs out. If I grab this, I'm gonna edit this. Lunch break back after timer runs out. And we're gonna go to just chatting. Enjoy your lunch. I'm going to sleep. I'll check in the morning if you're streaming. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I will be. I might continue a lot longer than usual. But that said, have a good sleep. Have a good anything else, anyone, if you're gonna go sleep or lunch or whatever. Have a nice lunch. Thank you. And yeah, I'll be back when the timer runs out. See you all in a bit. Bye bye.